Subscribe to Cooking and Travel by Dr. Papori Barooah and press on the bell icon for all notifications.
Everybody, and welcome back to my channel, and a very happy 74th Independence Day to you all. And on this special occasion, I would like to present a special way of having a beautifully delicious food there, and that's a special biryani. Today I would like to present before you my version of an Independence Day special sufiyana parda biryani. So let's start cooking. Now let me introduce you to the ingredients that will make up my Independence Day special sufiyana biryani, or in fact sufiyana parda biryani. For that I have taken here around 700 grams of chicken there, and I've cut the 4 leg pieces that I've chosen. I've cut it like this, a slit across, so that the marination really goes inside this. Into the marination we will go in. Here I have taken crushed 2 chilies there. You can vary the number of chilies there. Here I have some mint leaves there that I have made into small pieces, some coriander. Use it very abundantly for that beautiful flavor, and around 2 small teaspoons of ginger garlic paste, and of course the squeeze of half a lime. So this is one of them. Just avoid using all the lemon seeds that might go in. Take it out, otherwise it will turn bitter. I'll also drop in a small inch of cinnamon there, 2 cloves and 2 cardamoms. It will be good if you can just split apart the cardamoms and throw in, just for the flavor. Salt according to your taste there. And this is the barista or fried onion. 4 big onions I had fried very well, and then this I'm going to marinate very well. This is the first time I'm marinating it this way. For 10 or 15 minutes I'll marinate, and then I'll go and give in the second marination. While that's marinating, I'll prepare the second marinade. Here I have taken almost a bowl of dahi or curd. If it's the dahi is too sour, you may add a small teaspoon of sugar. A small teaspoon of sugar that's going in. Apart from that, I will use around 50 ml of fresh cream. This is sufiyana biryani. Necessarily has to be very rich and intensely flavorful. I'll also use around 2 teaspoons of Kashmiri red chili powder, some haldi powder or turmeric powder, and 1.5 teaspoons of jeera or cumin seeds. You may always give cumin shahi jeera if you have it in your place. And then I'll also add some oil which doesn't have any flavor, so I'm using some vegetable oil here. So say around 2 big teaspoons of vegetable oil will go in, 1 and 2 big teaspoons. And then I'll just give it a mix there, and then try and just mix everything together properly. And this is what will go into my chicken once it marinates. Of course it has been marinating for last 10 minutes now. So I'll just add in this part now. This will give all the flavor, but one thing's missing, that is the salt. I need to add some salt here, but be careful, we already added salt in the chicken. So that way, this is the second part of the marination. So after 15 minutes, now I'm dropping this in, and now this will go into marination as long as you want. Overnight is very good, but I'll be using minimum for 3 hours. It should be marinating. You can use your hands. It can be marinating at least for minimum of 3 hours, and then you can use it to make your special Independence Day special biryani. After say 3 hours, we'll proceed with our sufiyana parda biryani. So while my chicken's marinating, I'll prepare the parda for the parda biryani. For that, I'll have to use some yeast. I have taken here half a cup of warm milk, and now I'm going to take 2 teaspoons of yeast. This is one, and the second teaspoon of yeast. This is active yeast there, and then 1 tablespoon of sugar. 1 tablespoon of sugar. I'll give it a nice mix there and leave it for 5 minutes or so, and it will rise up. In fact, it will awaken. I'm just going to bring alive the yeast there. So let it be there, covered for some time. The other ingredient is 2 cups of Maida or refined flour, and I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of oil. Just 2 tablespoons of oil and just a small, say half a teaspoon of salt here. Half a teaspoon of salt here. So the yeast is active now, and I'm going to put it into the flour and give it a nice mix there, or knead it into a dough. You may use a little dahi, or you can also use some water so that you can get a proper knead and a proper. This way you have to knead it very well, and then gather it together into a ball. So when it gathers itself into a ball, you're going to put it again back with some oil. Just smear the oil all around, and then cover it, keep it in a warm place for at least an hour to be double its size. Cover it like this and let it be there in a warm place for some time. After 3 hours, this is how the chicken marinated looks like. Now I've put a pan on the gas there, and with 2 tablespoons of oil, vegetable oil, just a dash of, say, 1 small tablespoon of Desi Ghee. Now I get about making my chicken. First thing I put in is a bay leaf and some onion. Fry the onion almost, it should be almost golden, deep fried, golden brown, and then we will put in our chicken, which has been marinating. We don't need to do much with it anyway. Everything is done. Now it needs to cook itself. Now it's time I give in the chicken. Everything goes in along with the marinade, and we'll cook it through. I'll just throw in a little bit of water there, and on medium to very slow flame I'll cover this and cook for some time, say almost around 6 or 7 minutes. Check in between and let it cook. This took me almost 15 to 20 minutes to cook on slow flame, and now as you can see, this is completely done, almost done in a way. And at this moment we can check in for the salt in between, and then keep it reserved till we go and work on our the rice there, which will make the main constituent of the parda biryani. This is 2 cups of basmati rice here, soaking for an hour now. I just took it out of water, and now this I will make the rice for the biryani. I'm also going to use some javitri for the flavor, 1 cardamom and 2 cloves and some cinnamon there, and of course a dash of lime so that each of the grains of rice are separate. And I'll also use some salt and some say 1 tablespoon of oil there. First of all, I'm throwing in the rice there. You have to be careful, the rice is already soft there. And I'm throwing in all these spices there. You may increase the number of spices there if you like it very strong, but anyway I'm going to use other spices, so I'm not using it. So 1 bay leaf also goes in. Squeeze the lime, just 1/4 of the lime piece that I'm squeezing in, and some oil there will also go in, say 1 tablespoon of oil. Just half a teaspoon of salt goes in, and now we'll give it a mix there, and we'll make rice as we normally make rice, this way. So It'll take say around 4 or 5 minutes. The rice is already soaked there. So once it will be done, the rice will break very easily. So let it be cooking there. So this is how it will look once it's done. Just try and break and see. It has to be 70% done. So this way it's done. Now I just strain it in a strainer like this and cover it for 5 minutes. So I'll cover and keep for 5 minutes. So the rice is prepared. Now the rice is ready. In fact, and I will need some colors to add to my biryani. So what are those colors? I'll get some beautiful orange color from I have taken here 2 carrots and just grated them very thin, as you can see that will give me the orange color, the saffron color there. And I'll also use some color, and the green will be given also by the green peas. I have just given 1 pressure in the pressure cooker with some salt and some water. So this is almost half a cup of green peas. I'll also use some color, and of course for the beautiful color I'll also add some saffron there. The saffron will also add to the color of the yellow part, the saffron part of the tricolor. And apart from that, I'll also use some Keora Essence and some Desi Ghee and some dhania patta or coriander leaves. So let's start making, or in fact layering, my biryani. Before I layer the biryani, look at how beautifully the flour has risen, and this will make our parda. So we'll just uncover it and see how nice and fluffy it has become. So now I'm going to first of all roll this out and then make the parda out of it. So I just took it out. I'll just spread some flour and try to roll out a very big sort of a roti. Now this is what will happen. So let me first roll out into a big roti, as big as possible. Now I plan to make the parda biryani in this big bowl, so I want a big roti there. So just try to make a big roti out of it. Okay. So you can see how big it has become. This is the size we'll want, and hopefully it will fit into this is the dish where I'm going to cook in. So first of all, let me just grease it properly so that I can put in the roti, or whatever you call it, the parda, which is going to act like the parda, I guess. So this is it. I've greased it properly. Now the next thing I need to do is that just fold it like this and like this, and slowly place it and open it. Open it like this. Okay, this way. Now it's created properly. Stick onto the sides there, and now I'm going to put in the biryani inside. Meanwhile, I'll have to keep my oven at preheat at 180 degrees centigrade for 10 minutes. Now let me put in the biryani here. See how beautiful. See, one the grains are. This is how I want, because in a biryani this is very important that you have your grains very perfectly long and clear. So now I'm going to divide it into 3 portions there. The first one for the middle portion of the color of the flag, that is the white color. I'll keep off the white color, and next we're going to put in 2 more portions, one for the green color and one for the saffron color. First we'll work with the orange color. Just put in, then mix in properly, and then we'll get the color, orange color there. Some gel colors that I have. I'm using that color now for the beautiful color of our flag. So I'll give it a nice mix. So this is done. Now we'll work with the green color. Just drop in some green there and some grains of the green peas there. try to give it a green color. We'll also put in, okay, some more if I want, and give in a mix. First layer that I'll give is this. First I'll put some of it, then in between I'll put the chicken. So the layering is this, then I'll put in this chicken layer. So just remove the bay leaf, put in the chicken. We'll again cover it with some more rice of this color. Press it down to the sides, get an even layer there, and also give the saffron there. It will have this beautiful color as well as the beautiful scent of the saffron there. Goes in. Second layer, we are giving in the white layer. In the white layer, I am not putting anything. I am letting it be beautiful and pristine and the color white. So let it be there. Okay. The next thing that will go in is the green layer. A part of the green layer there goes in. Look at the beautiful color. Green. And it's so fresh, the color, just like the beauty of our flag. So now putting in all the remaining portion along with the masalas. Everything will go in now. So we'll complete the story. All of it is going in there, and we'll cover it up now. And meanwhile, my oven is heating up, and we'll cover up with the remaining rice. I hope it comes out well. Just giving it a first try at this time because it's a special day and I wanted to make it real special there with the coriander on the top there again. Now we'll cover it up. Just try to put things together and cover it up. So that's done. We have covered it up, and now this is going into the oven at 180 degrees centigrade for at least 20 to 25 minutes. So it's been 20 minutes. Look at that. It looks good. Now let's see how it is and tastes. So that's done. So let me just try and cut it. Okay. Alright. Try and cut, try to open the parda. And look at that, celebrating our 74th year of independence. Parda biryani, the special way. So that's my special, see, it's beautifully done up, my special parda biryani, Independence Day special, sufiyana parda biryani. I'm very happy with whatever I did today, and I'm going to enjoy a wonderful meal on this Independence Day. I hope you'll give it a like, you'll try it out, and of course subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Thank you so much for watching, and happy Independence Day once again.